From shadow peaks to oceans torn, a new adventure day by day. Ring terror awaits, come what may. Still on stone, the dice are cast, each faithful roll holding fast. Heroes rise from dust and lore to seek the glory, nothing more. Whispers echo through the night, guiding spirits with the light.
How's it going, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of Epic Fail and Glory, our campaign, The First Age, Episode 3. Shout out to our new Discord home, Critical Chaos. As we left off, our young adventurers set sail for Fresal on the Bay Runner with Captain Silverfin, hoping to protect and discover the cargo or even detect themselves. Where am I? Shout out to. There we go. Gotta make sure I mute myself over there. But how's everybody doing tonight, guys? Everybody good?
Doing good, doing good.
Doing good?
Yeah.
All right.
I am also good.
Okay, we're missing a couple. So we're going to just keep on going with it because we're going to lead into this fine vessel coming into its next morning. Whether they're protecting the cargo or trying to discover something for themselves. You encountered a bunch of pirates, and they attacked. They finally caught up to you and attacked. You even saw a dragon flying overhead. Now, with this next day, as most of you wake, Abel, you sense it first. You sense something first, and it is very welcoming. The rest of you now sense it as you've been up for a minute and you smell it. The smell of salt carries now spices and fragrances of Fresal. As you all look out and you see seagulls circling overhead, and you all notice the crew begins to move quicker as everyone senses those famous words. Give me a perception for Abel. Where is... where's my dice screen? There it goes. 3.
I got a 6.
You see the seagulls and you smell the spices on the air, but you quite haven't caught the glimpse of the horizon just yet, because maybe the morning sun is just glaring too much. Captain Silverfin hollers up at you. You see anything yet?
Not quite.
You're my angel. Keep your eyes open. We're close. We can smell it. Go ahead, and everybody notices that Silverfin says this. What is everybody else doing? What's Jam doing?
Jam is been working with Thomas the past couple of days for the sale, so he's assisting him, trying learning more about how to direct the ship.
Okay. What about Varric?
I'm doing the same thing Varric's been doing the entire time he's been on the ship, keeping himself occupied physically so he doesn't have to contemplate what's under the water, especially that bioluminescent stuff that was there in the last game. And he does keep his eye towards the horizon, hoping to smack a couple more pirates upside the head.
So, with your eagerness in the crow's nest, what is Abel doing?
He's still continuing to keep an eye out for any sign of home. He can smell home, so he's going to keep his eye out until he sees land.
Let's see.
Should I go ahead and give another perception check?
Might help if I rolled correctly. Yeah, go ahead. It's been about 40 minutes that's passed by. We might just have to have you roll some real dice and tell us.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just gonna.
But anyways,
Give me 2 seconds to go grab my real dice, and
Nope.
then I'll pop on my camera
I'm
for
playing.
an IRL roll.
But you still haven't seen anything, but there is a huge like sun glare. Um, and it seems to be brighter, like a brighter horizon than any of us have ever seen. It's almost like this, almost like glass off of a windshield or a piece of chrome that's almost blinding the horizon.
Can I give a perception check since I've been looking around
Sure.
same time for pirates and whatnot? Let's see here. Nope.
But you guys do notice that it's different. Like as you see the glare, you still see the sun coming up, and it's getting brighter, almost to the point where you can't look at it. But there is a glare that's below that somehow.
Hey, Thomas,
Yeah.
That doesn't seem natural.
is it normally this bright?
Oh, that's just the crystals off of the crystals and the gold fetchings that they've done throughout the city. It projects a clear. Is that a 13?
That'd be a 16. Well, she's got a +3, so that'd be a 16.
Yep.
So what you struggle with at the beginning, Obel, is that the glare. You've never really seen the glare off of the city in the early morning light, and what it is like all the crystals that they utilize and all the gold fetchings and stuff, like the really shined up brass and stuff that gives it that gold look of the city with its white marble, was glaring so badly that it was creating like a double effect of you looking into like a bright headlight or something. And as you see the sun coming up over the city, that's when you first spot it. So what does Abel say when he sees the city?
Immediately screams land ho and jumps down from the crow's nest to start the process of getting the ship ready to dock.
All right, so you guys all make haste, getting it out. As you guys approach, let's get into that. The waters in this area seem warmer as you hear the slight hull creaks softly, and then you see it. You guys actually start seeing it as the sun gets higher and higher, rising from the shimmering horizon, vast and golden. Not a city as you all know. This is a colossal, steep pyramid, impossibly large, its terraces gleaming under the glaze of the morning. Its white marble glistens. Columns line each tier. So you're looking at like these Greek mythology style like tall lines of columns. And they're very elegant, unmistakably one of a kind. Water flows as you guys now get close enough and see. You see water that's actually flowing down from the top of this pyramid down into like different channels of water that flow downward. Hanging plants, along with long banners of crimson and gold. As they ripple in the wind. The docks, you can start to see that the docks are very lively and everything is moving. As you guys approach a little bit closer, there's this almost like this wall that stretches from one end of the city to the other out into the water and several hundred yards out. You hear Captain Silverfin holler, "Depth," as you hear this other sailor, Jorgen, go. 6 fathoms. He says, this is going to be a close one. The waters are shallow today. You're coming in, and you see these walls, these marble walls out in the water with crystals up on these pillars of these columns that kind of give off the light and shine. And then you see it just inside the gate on the mainland is this gargantuan size statue of a lion humanoid in like Egyptian style garb, reaching out towards the horizon, pointing. As he's like pointing out to the horizon, Abel's seen this many times. She's even sat at the top of it and been yelled at a few times for being up there, but she knows the city better than anybody, for she's even flown over it a few times. Or he's flown over it, my bad. As you guys sit there, you hear a large horn go off, like kind of like those big horns from Holland. Like you just see a guy up there blowing on this large horn. It's almost like a foghorn in general. But as the ship grows closer, there's gates that open in front of you. And you can hear the clanking of metal and rust as the gates open up and the ship starts to sail through. Varric, a sailor, stands next to you and exhales nervously. Welcome to Fresal. He says it kind of quietly and nervously.
Isn't that a good thing?
You kind of got to watch your neck around here.
Isn't that every port?
This one's different.
In what way?
Let's put it like this. They lock the crazies up when the moon's out.
I glance over at Aldo. Okay. It's like she would have said something, I would think.
So you guys all make your way, and the ship pulls in, finally docks at one of the piers, and you guys are met as soon as the brow is laid onto the ship, and excuse me, as lines are tied off. You see a group of individuals dressed in gray. There's a group of individuals dressed in gray, and they're standing there, and there's one guy with a box, a small, like, lead-looking box, and one of the guys in gray actually has, like, this red and gold shawl piece that comes over that stands out more than what the rest of them. And Abel, you guys, Abel knows this as the Moon Wardens, and Abel, you see them first, and they see you, and they're like, Abel, how you doing?
Definitely been better, but also could be worse. Had a little run-in out at sea, out of the norm, but beyond that, we had very safe travels. How's it been in city?
It's all right. Still got minor thieving that's going on. The fox has been at it as usual. Haven't been able to catch his rat folk getting away with things. There's going to be a fight
So what
tonight.
I'm hearing is that's what I was actually about to say, is that I hear there's potentially going to be a fight, and I'm going to guess that I am potentially about to be volunteered to assist in the capture.
We don't know. We kind of let the pride handle that. But if we could get everybody to line up as they come off, that way we can test you to make sure that you're not bringing anything into the city or any other infections other than the lycanthropy that we have.
Well, I can at least vouch for these two, and he'll point to Varric and Jam.
Alrighty. So you guys
Beyond
make your way.
that, I unfortunately do not know enough about the crew other than its captain to be able to safely say anybody has anything that they shouldn't.
Okay, well, you know that the Moon Wardens are investigators and hunters. They all wear this like gray outfit, and the ones that are usually like in charge will have like the red and gold sash. Most of the city guard are known as the Golden Pride. You know that there is a secret cult here. And you do know the best places for the garden. You know the best garden areas. You know all the shops. And you do know the main taverns. So you have the Golden Mane Inn, which is up on the second tier. You also have the Silk Oasis, which is up on the third tier. It's more luxurious. You have the Roaring Cup. And you know that's usually where they have sanctioned fights, scheduled fights, and stuff like that. And that's also on the third tier. But up on the fourth tier, the Moon Garden Tavern. It's a quiet place for nobles and scholars. Where is... you do know the local champion for this bar that you would probably go to. Local champion's name is Sunbreaker. Rogar the Sunbreaker. He is a Goliath. And he has been undefeated for 31 matches. So, as you guys come in, you see...
real quick, player knowledge or out of character knowledge, I should say. Is this all... Albel knows this, right?
Yeah,
Not us.
Albel knows all this. So she would know the best places to take you. Or he would know the best places to take you.
And just out of curiosity, what was that second place? I got the Golden Mane, I got the Roaring Cup, I got the Moon Garden Tavern. I didn't catch the second place.
Go back through my sheets. The Golden Mane, the Silk Oasis.
Silk Oasis. Okay, and that was also on the third tier. Oasis, third tier.
The Roaring Cup is where like the fights and stuff happen. What you do know about the local champion, Albel, is that he is a Goliath. And he's not been bitten or scratched or anything by a lycanthrope. So he's a clean Goliath male, and he loves to challenge he likes to challenge lycanthropes and beat them because he thinks that it's bad magic.
Okay. Which is probably information that I would tell my travel companions. It's like if we want to find someone that potentially has an extreme dislike for like
Were
English
creatures.
is yes, that thank you. Were creatures, um, and find someone that would potentially know where they are going to gather to fight, that would be our best bet. But also, the tavern would also be a good place to find out information that otherwise probably wouldn't be being told to the Moon Guard.
Out of curiosity, because I'm a little lost on this. I've been just putting my mind and my work on the ship. We were asked by Mara to come here to ensure that her shipment got here safe, right?
Yes.
Correct.
We did that.
But, yes, but if we wish to remain in port and potentially help the Moon Guard with this were creature problem, we certainly can. I'm not going to force
They're
either one
having
of
a
you to.
they're having a were creature problem.
Yes, that is what the Moon Guard has implied.
Oh,
So
I
basically,
thought from what the other guy was telling me, this entire city is were things.
all of Fresal is. We'll say that 90% of Fresal is lycanthropes. So it's
I don't
run.
know how we're gonna.
So it's run by a lion lycanthrope. So he is like considered himself king and this and that. Him and his pride. All of the city guards are were lions, but you also have the moon wardens. The moon wardens are the ones that keep the lycanthropy in check. They're the ones that go around making sure that they keep the peace. They basically keep things in line so that way the lycanthropy doesn't run completely wild.
For the lack of a better term, they are the cops in Zootopia that are stopping the cannibal or the what is it? The carnivores from going after the herbivores.
Yes.
Basically, yes.
So
But
Got it.
they have implied that there is, at least from what I was understanding, I could have misunderstood what was being said, that there is potentially an issue with someone or a group of someone's causing trouble, either were creatures or people that are framing the were creatures, which is why I want to go try and find information about what exactly is going on that might not necessarily have been told to the Moon Wardens.
I'm cool
That
with
way I
that.
can figure out both sides.
If anything, I can at least sit here and watch a good fight, maybe learn some techniques. The guy's been undefeated for what, 31 matches from what you said? That's impressive.
you also do know from what the Moon Wardens were telling you. You've heard the name of the leader of the thieves guild within the underground parts of the city, and his name is Red Tooth. He goes by the name of Red Tooth, and you know that he is a werefox, and he has well over 20 followers.
Which is also information that I would relay to my travel companions, and state that that's one of the reasons why I want to find out exactly what's going on. Because this is a guild and not just a random band of thieves. I have a preference to getting their side of things too, and not just automatically assuming that they are up to no good or that they have malicious intent.
Because they could be getting set up by a rival, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My default is to assume that everyone is innocent until proven guilty.
You've led a charmed life there, Albel.
you also have a story of that the the moon wardens also worship a entity that is buried beneath the entire pyramid of the city. And you've heard this as either rumor or you don't know if it's true, but or if it's just a story. But you have heard that these moon wardens have a moon entity buried beneath this pyramid of a city. And you also know that there's a cult.
By chance, do
Which
you
is
have a map of Fresal?
I do not,
Okay.
because I have not had a chance to get intricate enough with my map making skills. But as you look, as like you see, to give you a good picture of how it looks, is that when you get to the pier, is like this marbleized stone structure that leads out from like these wooden piers that come out, and it starts to turn into like marble, like tiled streets, beautifully made, hanging garden plant life that comes down. There are several doors and wooden buildings actually built into this first section of structure with all these pillars around it. But these are like warehouse, and you see one office that says harbor master, but there are several marble steps that lead up. You see like several entry points that keep leading up to like the next tier, and the next like. But as you look, you can still see the top of the pyramid. At the top, you can see where like the family would be, like the king's family would be, and all of that. But
Whoa.
as you look down, like the first or look up the first set of stairs, you see it become more hustle and bustle. It's more, you see like it's almost like a market area, like shops and stuff like that. So, but try to imagine like Greek columns and building structures with hanging gardens, but it's built up into like a pyramid. And everybody dresses with an Egyptian style look.
Is it hollow on the inside so that there is like it's built up like a deck of book castle of cards, a tower of cards where you can like could walk through it if you were small?
So basically, on like during certain sections, as you look across the front, there's staircases, many like marble steps that lead up to the next tiers, with these Greek-looking columns on either side that kind of keep like this entire structure, and everything's kind of roofed and got that nice marble look to it, with hanging plants and tapestries of crimson, red, and gold. So as you move up to the next tier, it kind of opens up to where it's almost like 40 feet across. From when you get to the top of the stairs, 40 feet away, you see more shops, like all these shops and stuff that lead up. And then it keeps tearing up. But you see these waterfall type canals that are actually built that lead down with water. And there's several different waterfalls that lead down as well. It's actually really kind of awe
Beautiful.
inspiring as you look at it. From what you're saying, give me a perception of kind of like an architectural perception.
And just so you know, Asterix, I also sent you a message in the Discord
Yeah, my apologies. I was taking a nap
chat.
and I that I forgot to set an alarm. I thought I would not sleep till 8 o'clock, and my roommate comes in. He's like, "Don't you have a thing?" I'm like, "I've been sleeping. Oh my god!" So yeah, I'll check my messages.
All right.
Alrighty.
So go ahead and give me a. I don't think I like that. Is there a way to look at game info? Nope. Yeah, there we go.
Also, to add to the synopsis, Albel has suggested to try going to one of the taverns for information first, and then speaking with the champion fighter to find out all sides of what's going on, not just the Moon Wardens.
Perspective.
Okay.
I agree with that. Yeah. Um,
Um,
it's best to know which direction the storm is coming from. We can't do that without looking in all directions.
all right. So, law and Abel, you would pass this along as well. All lycanthropes must register with the Pride, which is the Lions. They like anybody that has lycanthropy must register themselves with the Pride. Rule number 2 would be transformations inside the city require certain permissions. Rule number 3 is outsiders bitten must report immediately. And number 4, rogue lycanthropes are hunted by the Moon Wardens. So the Moon Wardens hunt any rogues or thieves.
Which is precisely one of the reasons why Albel wants to get their side as well, to make sure that they're not being falsely accused of anything or otherwise hunted for ill intent. But also wanting to make sure that they themselves are not committing acts of ill. Excuse me, I had a hiccup. Of ill intent.
You asked for a perception roll a moment ago. I only got a 10.
Okay.
Sadly.
Everything looks kind of solid, like how it's structured. Um, I mean, Abel, let's give me like a history check for Abel.
Alrighty. Let's see if the dice will be nice to me.
That's
Oh,
pretty
great history.
Here we go.
good. You have been shown a lot of certain tunnel work that leads underneath. There is a lot of different tunnels. Most of these shops that are set up, um, there, other than the access point to the main street, there is a underground portion of this to where it leads under, leading back into most people's domiciles. And then you have heard stories that there are secret tunnels that lead from one end of the city to the other, and even deeper and higher into other areas.
It's basically like underground roadworks, similar to what certain native cultures would do with their domiciles when having to live amongst cliffs.
Yeah.
And Chicago.
So, so as you guys make your way, what do you guys want to do?
I think you're right. We should find somebody else to talk to get the lay of the land, so we have more than one perspective. That's a great idea.
This is Albel's home turf. Following suit behind her.
Yeah.
I think we need to stop by the harbor master first and let him know about the pirates that we encounter, because they are still out there. It would be good for him to know so they can warn the other ships.
I thought Captain Silverfin was going to take care of that with the guy that we took captive. He was going to turn him
Oh
in.
yeah. I look back
Well,
at
I
him.
think we should be a part of that, so we at least know what they're planning on doing. I think it'd be good. Sorry, fucking noise. I think it'd be good if we were privy to some of the information of what is going to be going on at sea. Sure, the captain may tell us, but he may choose to only tell us a part of it. It's good if we hear what's going on.
Okay.
So I'm with you. I think that's a great idea to go with them and do that, but then find somebody else to talk to. Otherwise, I am staring in awe at the architecture. I'm curious if there's like a solid pyramid deeper inside the thing that all these columns are leaning against, or as its structural core. And I have no idea because I don't have architecture as a skill. But I'm amazed. It is very unsparing. You catch me staring at it frequently.
So our game plan then is to accompany Captain Silverfin to drop off the guy to hopefully be able to get information from the interrogation. Then to go and check on what was that? Give me half a second. Notes, other. Go to wherever it is Rogar the Sunbreaker is to hopefully get information about what he's seen with the lycanthropes, and then potentially finding out if Red Tooth is having anything involved with what's going on. Am I understanding all that correctly? That's what we're trying to do.
Yes, unless someone otherwise has any other directions that they wish to go.
That is reasonable.
That is
Good.
Okay, so we're all of one accord then. So on we go to the harbor master after we get or don't get whatever information. On to following Abel's clues with Rogar in whatever the taverns we're going to or whatever tunnels for Red Tooth. But yeah, that's the plan.
All right. So you guys head over to the harbor master. Captain Silverfin and a couple of his sailors are dragging the pirate along, and you guys make your way over to the harbor master. And let's see if I have him here.
And just out of paranoia, as we're going to the harbor master, I'm watching the people around us to see who might be watching us, or at least watching the guy with any sense of recognition that he got picked up.
Okay. You can go ahead and give me a perception.
That's a big 2-1 dog.
At this point, you
Sure.
don't really see anything out of the ordinary. Anybody taking notice other than you kind of see some snarls. Some guys kind of like, and they like they have a sense about him, like they're smelling him as he goes by, and you just kind of see like a lot of them have that disdain for him. You do hear one guy kind of break out in laughter, like, and he kind of twitches a little bit, and he kind of goes on back to his work.
Now, the people that reacted, like with the snarly kind of faces and whatnot, being that Albel and Silverfin and whoever else has been telling us this place is 80-90% lycanthropes, is the response that I'm seeing from them, would I attribute it to maybe like they are possibly lycanthrope and there's something about his being, his character, his smell that is causing them to react that way?
Yeah.
Or are they just doing it personality wise?
You get that sense of primal urge.
Okay.
But as they see you guys, they don't, like, you realize that they don't see weakness in you guys. But when they saw him, when they were close enough to him, that's when you saw it. They're like they were ready to shred him.
Oh, so you're saying it was like a recognition of weakness?
Yeah.
Okay, so these kinds are like lycanthropes here, kind of like World War Z zombies.
So they were ready to tear into him, but they knew that where you guys were headed and what's going on. So
Hey.
You make it over to the harbor master, and he's like, "What can I do for you?" You found a pirate.
Yeah, we were able to capture one, but a couple of them got slain. But their ship is relatively close, and they're still out there. So we came to give him over to you guys for whatever for your justice system, and so that you can warn the other ships that that pirate is still out there.
And retrieve any reward that you guys have. I look at Jam out of the corner of my eye with like raised eyebrows, like, you forgetting this part?
From what you know, Abel, is that the dock area is run by were-jackals.
Which he will relay. It's like that. That would be one of the reasons why you hear the occasional light laughter, and that they are, for the most part, as far as Elbow is aware, efficient in their jobs. So any information that needs to get there is going to get there.
But he's like, take him to the jail. Quickly now.
Where's the jail? I'm sorry, this is my first time here.
So, Abel, you would know where it is. Where I have a sheet here somewhere. Go found taverns in arena reward.
I'm not sure if Varric had also said something but was muted and didn't know he was muted.
Yeah, I just noticed. I was just cracking up. It's like, John Johnson.
Basically, he tells you to take him to the Moon Prison. It's an ancient prison designed to hold uncontrollable lycanthropes, but you know that they have also taken some other unsavory people into those areas. You've actually taken some people here before. You've noticed that these cells are lined with silver inlaid stone and moon glyphs. So there's like these moon glyphs that are in there. You notice that it's also controlled by the moon wardens. But as you guys make your way down into, you basically go right down into it right there because you guys don't have to go any lower. But as you guys pass through this one corridor and you make your way, you notice after about 40 feet that it goes from marble to more of a solid sand type cutout, to where it almost looks like the Egyptian sand blocks that were built. So it's they're solid, they're hard, but it's not soft sand. It's just like very strong sand block that's been made and cut into as you guys lead down with several torchlights that lead. You do see sporadic gaps here and there, but as you guys lead down, probably for several hundred yards, you guys finally make it to a staircase that leads down, that's lit and opens up into this large chamber where you see the cells that are lined with silver and carved into a lot of the sandwork is these moons with glyphs that keep people from changing.
There are a lot of stairs, Abel.
And you got to make sure that they're as far away from the population as possible.
You do see one male figure in the corner as you get there. get down in there. He's off in the far corner, and he kind of comes to the bars and looks through. Um, Long, black, stringy hair, very unkept. His clothes are tattered, looking very thin and frail. He's got a scar across his left eye, and he's got like this mangy looking goatee. Um, Fresh meat. What can I say, Footians, to get me out of here? I am a part of the Pride. I need yous to speak in me behalf that I am a part of the Pride.
Do we know what he's saying? Right?
Just wait. Is this Yahoo that is the pirate? He's saying that he's part of the Pride.
No, this is someone that's already in a cell that has come forward insisting that he is part of the Pride. To which Albel will address him directly. Do you have a representative from the Pride that we can speak to verify that you are part of the Pride?
They're the ones that cast me out. I am a lion like the rest. So I am a part of the Pride. Why am I in here? I must be let go.
What did they accuse you of?
Scheming to kill the king. And it is my right to challenge if I must.
So you chose to challenge the king, and they took it as you were trying to kill the king.
I didn't openly challenge him, but I had spoke of it, and now here I am. And it's not right. You got to help me get out.
So did you ambush the king, or try to, in any way, or simply speaking of it might be a crime here?
So, like in most animalistic things that happen, like lions are allowed to challenge. Like certain animals can challenge for that alpha spot. So, from what you understand from the way that he's speaking, is that he had plans to challenge the king for rulership, and got locked up.
Right. So I'm asking basically, is that I say that is a crime in some countries. In some places, simply speaking of hurting the leader is considered treason, actually punishable by death in many countries.
Yeah. So like he's actually, you can actually see that there's a little bit of a crazy streak in him. Like he's not all there. Like he's a little off. And he thinks that, you can tell that he has certain beliefs. And Abel's have seen certain lycanthropes that have spoken out openly about how they should be more dominant and rule and this and that, and how like the madness had gotten to him. Like when lycanthropy finally takes over to a point to where it drives that ounce of madness. And you can tell Abel you've seen this madness, and you can tell that he's got that madness to where
hence the line of questioning is to make sure that it's not a false accusation, rather than just the madness took over and he made a mistake and so was imprisoned for that mistake.
But you do know that any lion male has the right to challenge for the Pride.
Yes. So it's not against the law or against any rules. It's just this one has gone a little cuckoo, and so has been penned up for his and others' safety. At least that's what he relays to his travel companions, out of earshot of the imprisoned one, because he knows that can actually potentially trigger worse psychosis if he's not careful about how he words it, or if he words it within earshot.
Well, he does seem almost as mad as the harbor master with his chuckles.
I'm gonna walk up
Oh, that's
close to the cage. What's your name? My name's Jameson. I like to be called Jam.
When you look, actually is a line on the floor.
So I'll come up to the line. I won't cross it.
My name is Skag.
Well, Skag, nice to meet you. This is my first time in the city. If I get an audience with the king, I will mention it to him. But that's all I can do to say and help you.
Come here, let me have a taste.
You see, we got this line on the floor that I'm not allowed to cross, so I can't. I'm sorry.
that, and you know better.
Oh, I certainly do, but I believe. You know what I believe, Alwal.
I know exactly what you believe.
Oh, how I hunger. So what do you say,
Okay.
Jam? Become a part of my pride.
Okay, and I just turn around and walk back to Abel. I didn't realize they got that crazy. Where's the guard? I haven't seen one yet.
And there's a guard in there.
The
Oh,
guards tend to try and keep their distance out for a combination of safety, and it prevents encouraging that.
yeah, it's so dark in here.
Well,
I
you're an
can't
attractive
hardly
young
see.
man, Jam. He's just interested in you physically.
So, so you guys make your way over. The guards do take him from you, or from Captain Silverfin and the sailors. They take him. They unbind him. And the pirate starts to get a little frisky as they finally get him unbinded and starting to push him into the cell. And you see one of the guards, the guard that's on the basically right side of the pirate prisoner, just like Hulk out real quick into full lion form and grab him by the back of the neck and throw him into the cell. And then you see the other one look over and says, "You didn't cut him, did you?" "No."
So some of you can transform despite the runes and the protections here. How does that work?
They're not directly in the cell, so they aren't affected by those runes.
So those runes are inside the cells to keep them from transforming.
Fascinating. I thought they would stretch out, but that
So
is
it's kind of
weird.
like the
Yes.
alarm trip line that mages put out.
Yeah, love it. Good times.
So, out of curiosity, is that pirate a lycanthrope?
No, which is why
No.
he was making sure that he didn't accidentally cut him.
Okay.
But
He was
this
like,
is
"Did
the
you
only
cut him?" And I was
prison,
like,
so
he's already a. I misunderstood.
So Captain Silver says, "Thanks for the escort." Um,
Do we have to fill out
No
any paperwork?
reward?
no. I'll be heading out, taking a new shipment of silks and supplies back to Abordia. Possibly, I don't know where they're going to send me next, but the ship will be ready in 2 days. We got to make the repairs and stuff, and but
I was going to say probably should wait a couple of days either way, because while the pirate captain has a few arrows in him, that ship itself is still a potential danger.
that'll be fine. I mean, you and your friends did great. So,
Is there no reward for pirates?
well, I mean, reward enough is that you survived. But I can treat you to a drink at the tavern if you like.
Well, I'm not expecting anything from you, Cab
And I
Silverfin.
I mean
Ports.
I
The
mean
ports. Normally I thought ports. They sat here and rewarded you.
oh no. Yeah, they got a lot
Not
more.
here, they
They
don't.
got more issues going on here than pirates.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, now I need a drink.
But anyways, I can pay for your room and board tonight. Abel, here, take this 50 gold for you and your companions. 2 days, we'll be ready to head out. Hopefully, Seans. You're more
I'm
than
looking
welcome.
forward
yeah.
to seeing you as well.
Many thanks, Captain Silverfin.
Inventory.
So, Albel, this is your town. Where are we going?
I'll have to try and remember how to do that later. I can't remember how to give myself cold.
I'll be right back. I'm dropping something in the oven. I'll be able to hear
Gotcha.
you guys.
I say we go to the tavern first, get ourselves set up for where we're going to sleep, potentially have a drink, eat something if we need to, and then off to talk to the champion. See what he knows about anything that's going on.
So, which of those taverns, Ducky, is Rogar the Sun? Is he fighting at the Roaring Cup, or
Yeah,
does that where he normally competes?
Yeah, that's where he
Yes.
competes. The Roaring Cup.
Okay, so he normally competes at the Roaring Cup. Chances are, if he's a champion that's undefeated for 31 matches, definitely should be able to find information from about him there, or at least meet him there potentially. If not, it would at least be another place that we could have our room and board paid for so kindly by Captain Silverfin.
I was thinking the Silk Oasis because, as far as I understood the explanation, the Roaring Cup is a fighting club,
It's
unless I misunderstood.
It is basically an arena. It's a tavern / arena. There's really not much of an inn here. It's basically set up for fights. So like the Silk Oasis would be a luxurious. You also have the Moon Garden Tavern, and you also have the Golden Mane.
But the
Yeah,
Silk
but the
Oasis
Silk
is on the
Oasis-
same tier
yeah,
as
same
the
tier.
Roaring Cup, hence why Albo will suggest the Silk Oasis just to get themselves their room set up, paid for. If people want to get drinks and eat, we will. Otherwise, Albo is going to go on to speak with Rogar the Sunbreaker.
All right, so the Silk Oasis, like when you guys come out and you actually go up the first set of stairs or steps from the top and you get there, it is a bustling market area on 40, like soon, like I said, 40 feet in. There's another section of marble wall and pillars, but right smack dab as you look down in the middle, you see this. Sign that kind of hangs out over, and it says the Silk Oasis, and it's got these nice tapestries that kind of flow out, and there's like these waterfall pots, like there's a little bit of waterfall that comes down from the top that leaks down into these like pots, and they got plants that come up out of these pots, and it kind of goes down, and there's a small little engraved tile that leads down to the area that you came down from, where water just keeps flowing. But on either side of these tapestries is a door with a sign that says the Silk Oasis. Albel, you know that the Silk Oasis is run by Mira Saffronvale.
This place is fancy. Grab the kind of curtain door and feel it.
As soon as you grab the silk banisters on the outside, you're like, ooh. And then you smell the perfumes and aromas coming from the inside.
That's a little overwhelming. Nice, but overwhelming.
This is definitely bougie.
Oh, it's bougie.
I start smelling the air. Start smelling myself. Kind of comparing. It's like, okay, well, I mean, as long as the beds are soft, I feel like they're gonna be soft. Look at
I think
Varric.
everything here is going to be soft.
So as you walk in the doors, oil lamps are lit all throughout. Several hanging plants and stuff that come down with that seem to be having its own little glow light above them that kind of shines down on them to give them essence. And there's several different little lamps and stuff that are lit that lights up the whole area to give off many different colors as you look inside. There is a water fountain on the left and the right, like little water fountains that kind of sit there. And on the left, you see all these women in these silken outfits, almost half dressed, showing a lot of midriff, a lot of cleavage. Their arms are exposed with fine jewelry. Their hair, some hairs are pulled off into ponytails, others are down, flowing. But as you look off to the right, you see several men, full bare chest, like these silk bottoms or even skirts that they wear with sandals and stuff, and they all sit around that fountain. A lot of them with nice long flowing hair as well, some with ponytails, some with short hair. Almost looks like a prostitution house at first. Your first glance, you're like, oh, this is a prostitution house. But it's not. So as you come in, you see one guy and one female approaching and say, how many days?
2.
2 days. Okay. That would be 2 silver each.
What kind of room is that?
It's our fine. All of our rooms are the finest. It's individual rooms. You have a full bath and a bed.
Meals?
Meals would cost you 5 copper a day, and that would cover your meals for the day. And then any special massages or anything like that you might request, that would be a silver for those amenities.
So basically, can I get the bag, Apple? I go ahead and get the bag from Abel. I take out 3 gold pieces. Give him 3 gold. That should easily cover 2 days for each of us. Breakfast and dinner, or at least 2 meals a day. Technically 3 or 4 meals a day if we so desired. In an open tab. It should easily cover all of that. Based on what you just said on prices.
Yes, very much so. Thank you.
Give the bag back to Albel.
So, I don't know. Is he here?
I am now.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. So, as you walk in, one of the patrons there that help from time to time sees you come in and says, you've returned. How was your trip at sea?
Mm, it was pleasant enough. Got a few good rounds in. Nice fight.
A nice fight. Oh, do tell.
We had a bit of a scuffle with some pirates. Um, I managed to get quite a few nice shots off.
You didn't hurt yourself, did you? And you spent time here before. This is Fabian Lafont, and he just woos over you all the time.
That is not surprising for Elbow considering his race. He is used to being fawned over, and certain people he will encourage that fawning. If only because he knows that they are good for potential information. So continues regaling about the battle with the pirates, stating Elbow's own exploits, but also making sure to speak on his travel companion's exploits during the fight as well, stating how together they managed to conquer the pirates, kill a couple, and capture one, and almost took down the captain.
That is just, oh my. And who are you, my fine sir, as he looks over to you, Varric?
Me? I'm merely a shadow in the form behind this amazing angel. You should have seen him in combat. He was shooting arrows all over the place, taking out the captain. It was amazing. I was almost in a corner, scared to death.
It
And this
was
guy over
fun,
here,
standing there
Jam. Oh
and
my god, the
shoving
way he was
them
taking at him with his axe.
poisons.
And the orc, oh, Lamano. They were all doing
I simply
amazing.
use I simply use the boats to crush people together, to get people closer together.
You hear that? That guy was doing amazing.
You brought the ships together to crush a. Oh my.
Yes, they were
And
like
as
grapes.
he immediately gives attention to Lamano,
Totally gruesome.
I immediately like blend off to the side and curve out of that situation.
And who are you, you strapping young gentleman? You
I
look
assume you're talking to me.
amazing.
Oh well, I am amazing. Thank you,
Not
and humble.
as he turns to talk to Jam.
Well, I'll take my leave. I have drinking to do.
Oh, hi. I'm Jameson. I like to be called Jam. Reach out to shake his hand.
And you are just too cute. Let me guess, you're a farm boy.
Mostly, yeah.
So you want to be a hero. So how was the
I
pirates?
uh, it was challenging. I've been in fights before, but these guys they were pretty tough, and this was actually the first time I actually killed a couple people, and it was I had to defend them. They took Thomas was dying, and we had to save him. But thanks to Lamano, Thomas got back up, and Abel just pinning that captain. Once I took those two guys out, we cut the grappling hooks, and they started floating off.
It sounds so amazing. I'm glad I missed it because I don't think I could do it. It's just unbearable. But it's always good to see strapping young men like you. And you over there, I see you try to walk away from me. Abel, it's been great. And at that point, you all advance to level 2.
Oh, ho, ho.
And let's go ahead and take a 15-minute break so I can get the dogs out. So,
I gotta
Who
refill my
let the
water.
dogs out?
Yeah, I gotta let my.
Ducky, ducky, ducky.
All right, so take a 15-minute break. We'll come back and we'll hit it up.
Upgrade to level.
Across the lands of legends born, from shadow peaks to oceans torn, a new adventure day by day, ring terror awaits, come what may. Still on stone, the dice are cast, each faithful roll holding fast. Heroes rise from dust and lore to seek the glory, nothing more. Whispers echo through the night, guiding spirits with the light. Epic fail and glory, hear our name. Through fire and shadow we stoke the flame. Across ring terror our journey's begun, until the final victory is won. Monsters lurking, shadows creep, secrets hidden, buried deep. With every challenge, we will stand, united, fearless, hand in hand. No turning back, no fear, we hold our destinies in stories told. Epic fail and glory, hear our name. Through fire and shadow we stoke the flame. Across ring terror our journey's begun, until the final victory is won. The heroes fade, a winding road, a heavy burden to be strode. We stumble, fall, then rise again, forged in battle, free from pain. With every scar, a lesson learned, a burning passion, deeply burned, Epic fail and glory, hear our name. Through fire and shadow we stoke the flame. Across ring terror our journey's begun, until the final victory is won. For every loss, a triumph here. Conquer all your doubt and fear. Epic fail and glory, we're the call, standing tall through it all. Across the lands of legends born, from shadow peaks to oceans torn, a new adventure day by day, ring terror awaits, come what may. Still on stone, the dice are cast, each faithful roll holding fast. Heroes rise from dust and lore to seek the glory, nothing more. Whispers echo through the night, guiding spirits with the light. stumble, fall, then rise again, forged in battle, free from pain. With every scar, a lesson learned, a burning passion, deeply buried, epic fail and glory, hear our name. Through fire and shadow we stoke the flame, across ring From shadow peaks to oceans torn, a new adventure day by day. Ring terror awaits, come what may. Still on stone, the dice are cast, each faithful roll holding fast. Heroes rise from dust and Lord to seek the glory, nothing more. Whispers echo through the night, guiding spirits with the light. Epic fail and glory, hear our name. Through fire and shadow we stoke the flame. Across rings our journey's begun, until the final victory is won. Monsters lurking, shadows creep, secrets hidden, buried deep. With every challenge, we will stand, united, fearless, hand in hand. No turning back, no fear, we hold our destinies in stories told. Epic fail and glory, hear our name. Through fire and shadow we stoke the flame. Across ring terror our journey's begun, until the final victory is won. The heroes fade, a winding road, a heavy burden to be strode. We stumble, fall, then rise again, forged in battle, free from pain. With every scar, a lesson learned, a burning passion, deeply burned. Epic fail and glory, hear our name. Through fire and shadow we stoke the flame. Across ring terror our journey's begun, until the final victory is won. For every loss, a triumph here. Conquer all your doubt and fear. Epic fail and glory, we're the call. Standing tall through it all. Across the lands of legends born, from shadow.
Role play. There we go. How's everybody coming back? Yeah, right. Everybody just got promoted to level 2 as we welcome everybody back. They are staying at the Oasis.
I forget what our BTT is for this.
It's in D&D Beyond. So when you're in your
Beyond.
character sheet, you just hit the up near the top. You'll see where it says campaign. The first stage, just to the right of that, should be a play button, launch game, and it would bring it up. But he had stated that he didn't have any maps for this, so there shouldn't really be anything up there except for the world map showing all the area.
Yeah, I mean, if it starts a fight, I don't want to be looking for it.
Oh no! If there's going to be a fight, I'm pretty sure there'll be some generic map, city, street, something that'll be thrown up there.
Yeah.
Well, we can murder Hobo.
No.
Or not. I'm kidding. I detest murder Hobo.
Alright. For sale, Alright. So from what you guys know, we have the docks and warehouses here in the harbor district. Docks, warehouses, harbor gate, and the quarantine wards for visitors. Um, Massive lion statues guard the Sun Gate, the main entrance from the docks. Everything here on the first tier that you guys would have probably have noticed would be the harbor master's office, the dock guard barracks, merchant quarantine hall, warehouse district, and customs hall of the Pride. Since you guys have moved up to the second tier,
We're on the third tier.
well, I will just kind of give you a little bit as soon as I find it. Five, six, seven, eight. Let's go here. I don't know how I need to number these pages. That's the king and queen. The pearl vault. The buried temple. Alright, so 1, 2. Where is 3? All right, so 2, 3, 4. So tier 2. All right, so what are you guys doing since you guys got in here? So I know that Varric was going to take a bath, possibly relax.
Before the group split up to go to the rooms, Jan would say, why don't we put our bags down and then come back down and get a meal? We haven't had breakfast, and we can just talk about the day, see what we're going to do.
Oh, I'd have no problem with that. I would like to get cleaned up first. We've been on the boat for quite a while, and being able to wash the stink of the sea off would be kind of nice. Then definitely
Agreed
some
there.
meals.
Yeah. All the perfume in the air, I forgot how bad I smelled. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put our bags down, get a bath, and meet. Why don't I say we meet down here in about an hour or so?
Sounds good to me.
So
That's a good plan.
as you guys get to your rooms, there are several. Wouldn't really call them waiters or basically servants of this establishment, and there are several people waiting at your door when you get to your door. They have a key for you, and then they have a set of nice towels and linens for you. They say these are just extras, and each one of them stands there. The male figures are holding basins of water, and also a pitcher of water and a pitcher of wine, with several glasses. As the women sit there with the linens and the silks at your door, as you walk in. They stand there, and as you walk into your room, they turn to face the doorway.
Okay, I'm looking at Albel. What are they supposed to do?
Just normal.
He's going to take the towels and any linens that he thinks that they might need for the night. He'll also give each one of them a small tip in thanks for them providing a service. And he'll ask that the baths be filled so that all of us can collectively get ourselves washed up.
You said he had wine, right?
So he had like the gentleman that's standing in front of your door. You can tell that he's a half elf as he stands there shirtless, just like the silk bottom pants with these little curled toe shoes that he has on. He's holding a pitcher of wine and a pitcher of water.
I'm like, you could take both of those and replace those with what time of day is it right now?
It's probably getting close to noon.
Close to noon? Okay. I can do it, no problem then, and I don't feel bad. I'll go ahead and have an ale. You can replace those with ale. And like Albo said, hot bath. I go ahead and grab the stuff out of his hands. Yeah, that's fine. I can figure the rest of that part out. But yeah, I open up my door with my foot. See y'all in an hour. Bam.
Alrighty.
Take the linen, the towels, the pitcher of water, and just say it. Thanks, guys. Is this your job? Do you guys just staying outdoors all day?
We're here to assist you with anything that you need, sir.
Well, thank you. I don't think I need anything right now. I haven't. I've been washing myself for about 10 years now. My mom said I had to learn. Um, but yeah, thank you guys. If I need anything, I'll just holler and I go into the room.
I also will take the pictures. Say thanks to the gentleman who's serving me, and ask him to open the door for me, please. So while I'm holding these, go inside and say, thanks. It's all I require of you. Um, if you could come and knock on my door in just under an hour, so that I can meet my friends if I lose track of time. And I close the door, go inside, and I take a knee at the window, and I do a prayer to Talos. I say, "Oh, great Talos, thank you for giving our sails the wind we needed to cross and having us get here safely. The storms are always right." And yeah, I just do a little ritual for it.
Okay.
Try and make the room feel special. And then I bathe. Yes.
Alrighty. Albo, as you get to your room, no one's standing outside your door. As you go in, as you go into your room, what did I do with it? The owner of the Oasis, the Silk Oasis, is in there, and she is pouring hot water into your bath, and also laying several flower petals within the water, and tossing certain salts and incense into the water to give it a fragrance and a feel. You've noticed that she's done this for you probably for about a year now, and you always feel more rejuvenated after she does this for you in your bath.
And I, as I usually do, I thank her for doing it. Um, I make sure that I give her an extra nice tip compared to the tip that I offer to um, the servants that had been outside the door.
She she tells you, she goes, the Pride accepts another one tonight. They will be at the Pride Circle to observe the transformation. Extensions of invitation have been sent to you, Albal.
Am I permitted to bring guests with me this time, or is that still frowned upon?
I'm pretty sure precautions would be taken, but they just asked if you would be there.
I'm always there.
All right. So y'all have these nice baths. So as like Jam walks in and accepts everything, closes the door, Varric does the same. Like a few moments later, as like you're a knock at the door, and there is a small cask brought to you. At the end of the cask is a cork in that, and then one fine mug for Varric.
Nice. I was just going to ask. Fill it up. Laying in the bathtub, feet up on the edge, pipe in hand, mug in the other.
So you see the young man pull the cork out, and then do his best job to pour it into the mug without spilling. He's like being very careful, and then he hands the mug to you.
Thank you, thank you. That'll be good. I ain't gonna make you sit around and look at my grungy old feet.
If you don't mind, I ask, sir. You carry the sharp resemblance of a dwarf. But what is your beard if you are?
Resemblance isn't everything. Sight can be confusing. And sometimes people say things they don't really mean.
Oh, I meant no offense, sir.
Oh, I know you didn't. It's the only reason you're still awake.
He kind of like chuckles a little bit, but kind of like takes a step back.
There's no
like,
grin on my face whatsoever.
I
I'm just
know.
like,
He takes a step back, like, oh shit, like who the fuck is this guy? Yeah. So, um, Lamano, you get up, and as you walk in, and they hand you the pictures and the towel and the silks and stuff, they still stand there, and it says, "Do you require any further assistance?"
No, I can take care of myself. Thank you for your kindness here. A question. Um, are you owned by the house, or are you simply employed by them?
Oh, we're all servants of this oasis.
Doesn't exactly answer my question. Is there a concept? Is there slavery here in this city?
It's more of a community binding. We all do our parts.
Ah, egalitarian.
So
Very good.
everybody is tasked, and that is what they do. Those that refuse are either cast out or killed.
Do you find your lot in life acceptable?
Very much so.
Good.
I get to stay
That's
here every day and do a job that's meaningful by helping
a
others.
roof over your face is a small thing. I agree. Well, in that case, thank you for your service. You are most kind. Now I wish to pray.
Okay.
Have a good day, and try and find something that is meaningful to you.
Very well, sir. And they leave.
And I do what I said before, the pray and then
So the day goes, the baths and everything kind of go uneventful, other than Abel having special tending, um, which has been
Happily
known,
accepting said.
but but not really a bad thing. It's been more of a mutual respect that you don't know if she feels that having you around is like a good omen, or if she actually does care for you in a certain way or whatever. But you know
He's
that it's accepting.
So it's one of those where he's not sure if it's because of the accidental charm of being an Asmar or whether it's her genuine feelings, but he still accepts it either way.
Yeah. You know, you get that sense to where that she feels drawn to you.
Yeah. Which, again, he reciprocates that in a mutual manner. Basically, if she offers him information, he gives her information. If she offers him care, he gives her care, so on and so forth. He makes sure that she doesn't feel like she's being used.
After about a half hour, there is a knock at your door, Albel, and you hear, "My lady, the meal is prepared." Very good. Um, Early lunch has been prepared for you. If you've got care to go and sit and sharing a meal together.
To
And
which he agrees.
and then eventually each door is knocked on and said, lunch is ready, brunch is ready.
So as we all sit down to eat, hey Varric, I got a question.
Yeah.
Well, Mara, when she gave us the job, gave you a payment, and now that the job is complete, how much was it?
She gave me a payment?
She gave you a bag of coins. Session 1.
I don't think. Well, just wait. I may have put that under party inventory. A sack of oranges is what she gave me. 3 dozen.
That doesn't surprise me.
That was the. Well, I don't think she gave that to me. That's what we ended up
No.
shopping for because you said we need oranges. That's the only thing I put under party inventory. I have nothing special written down that she gave us. The only thing she gave me was the. Where is it? I know I put it on here.
The noodle.
Noodle. Yeah, the canoodle. I thought that put it on here. It's not on there. I didn't put my canoodle on there. Maybe it's in my magic items. Canoodle, my floating device. But no, I do not have anything on here. Did she give us anything? I didn't think she gave us a payment.
It was to convince you to go.
I thought it was the canoodle that convinced me to go because she didn't have to like pay me because I owe her for not being homeless. I was just like, yeah, I'll do it. I was just like on a boat, and she goes, "Don't worry," and then she gave me the canoodle.
Yeah, the only bag I remember was the oranges that we picked up. That was it.
I guess I might have remembered wrong.
Yeah, you got me looking all through my character sheet right now.
I know that there was a promise of payment when we returned back to the other port, but we were not otherwise given payment yet.
That might be what's getting me confused. That's probably it. Well, then I'm going to pull it back. All right. So after we eat, we're going to see not Red Tooth. He's not the fighter. Who's the fighter?
Rogar.
Rogar.
Mm-hmm. Rogar the Sunbreaker.
Written it down before leaving the room. I'm gonna cast guidance on myself, so in case there's something that I see in the first minute of me being out there, which needs special attention, I might have some holy guidance on actually being able to notice it. Or I need to make a good first impression the next minute. Well, somebody can see the goodness in me. But I have guidance, and I'm not using it in the standard way that parties do, where someone's like, I'm going to do a skill check. Guidance. Guidance. It happens so often.
Guidance.
Nothing wrong with it.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. And please remind me if we're going to try something that we have the time for, like we're doing a history check. Hey, can you give me some guidance? Absolutely, I will. So I'll try and be, but I don't like it being overused, and I don't want it to be anti-thematic. I feel like it takes us out of, as you said, we're trying to be thematic.
Like silvery
And
barbs.
it's the best and worst thing ever.
Silvery
If
barbs
not
is the
players are
worst spell ever.
now,
For
if
DM.
players are allowed, they have to with it. My masters have it too, and they are not gonna like it.
Yeah. So you guys all come down. There is a plethora of fruits that are laid out. All types of wines. There is a nice frothy ale. Actually, let me get to where it is at. Alrighty.
That's what I'll be using my guidance on. I'm gonna sniff the different wines and try and pick the one that has the best quality, or like that would be most expensive. Because it's already poured, I'm gonna drink the best one.
So you guys
Well,
spend the time wining and dining in your early afternoon meal.
I only have
Several cheeses.
I make sure
and
when I
breads.
eat, yeah, well, not so much cheeses. I'm making sure that I am eating mainly meats and some breads. That's what I'm mainly eating right now because I've been on the boat for so long. I've been having tons of fruits. We had vegetables and all that on the boat, and we had fish, but haven't had a lot of this meaty beef. So I'm trying to make sure I get that kind of meat inside my stomach to help soak up a lot of this alcohol that I'm replenishing myself with now that I'm back on land because I didn't trust it in me while I was at sea.
So you guys all have a fine afternoon meal. There's not really a lot of like cooked meats at this point. It's more of like the sausages and stuff that you would cut up with cheese and crackers and stuff like that. So it's more
Ham
of like,
slabs from breakfast.
yeah. So it's basically like these nice quartered pieces. Varric, you probably take the whole thing and just start biting into it, like just chow down.
Oh yeah, eggs, tons of them.
So,
it
if you guys
reminds me
wanted
of
breakfast,
something.
they do make some eggs for you if you request eggs.
But if there
It
wasn't
reminds
enough of the meat that I wanted,
me of
then yeah, I was gonna have some eggs along with it.
Alrighty.
great
Now that we
tapas.
had our fill, Albel, we're at your disposal. I go ahead and
Well,
light up my pipe.
Elbow does relay that he received information from a credible source that there's going to be an event tonight that I participate in every time I am in port. It is an addition to the Pride. A new member is joining. And I always try to be present for this in case anything goes wrong.
Don't sell
Or
yourself
if
short. I'll always have information.
or in the event things go a little too right.
explain.
Can you give us some examples of what going wrong or what going too right could be?
Going wrong would be the person going insane and wreaking havoc on the crowd. This is worst case scenario: going completely insane, wreaking havoc on the crowd, and scratching and biting several people, somewhere between a dozen or more, and ending up with more than a few rogue lycanthropes that were not expected to have happen. Going a little too right would be joins the pride and immediately starts an uprising that then costs lives because the new member is unexpectedly more charismatic than the current king. My
Not that I know
intent,
their business or anything, but is there anything preventing them from having the person restrained before they start the process? So, in case it does go bad, they're already kind of stopped.
DM, would that be information that I am privy to?
From what you know, is that there's this circle of marble columns, and on the inside of these columns there are moon style runes with silver inside, and there's a large, so it's completely in circles. It almost looks like just a complete circle of columns, and then in the center is this tiled depiction of a lion roaring at a moon. So what you've seen is that when a person that has been turned enters that circle, they cannot get out of that circle. And you've seen some that's pretty much all of them, the madness kind of takes over at the beginning and they all charge to exit the columns, and they always bounce back like repelled by a wall of force. They can't pass the columns once they've entered and the change has taken place.
So,
But
from the sounds of it, I don't think Alba would have told us if things go bad. I don't think Alba would have told us then, because from the sounds of it, things don't really go bad because they can't get out.
But from how how things go over time, there are some that the mental state of the lycanthropy keeps that hunger in the forefront. So a lot of them have trouble fighting their urges and sometimes lose.
So that's something that's like after the process.
Yeah. So
yes,
there are. I mean,
when he says,
when they're in that circle, they're there for several days.
when Albo
Okay.
says worst case scenario, he's talking about something that he might not necessarily have personally seen, but it doesn't mean that it can't potentially happen. And that's why he likes to be there and be present for each of these events. That way there's at least one non-lycanthrope that can protect any other non-lycanthropes that are present there.
No,
Than
I'm not knocking any of that, and I definitely wasn't trying to call you on the spot or saying you didn't know any of the stuff. Derek was just actually curious about those things because he was like, "Why would we be there?" But I get it.
No,
but
As far
I'm
as
supposed to be present there myself,
Mhm.
if only out of respect for the lycanthropes that I do have as friends that are going to be there. I am allowed to have guests. They are going to be wary of you, but if you wish to attend, you are welcome to. Just make sure you stay with me at all times.
Now you say this goes on for days that they can be in there. Are we like at the end of the process now, Or are you talking about the beginning of the process? Are you going to be there for the entire time, or
I like to show up for the beginning of the process as well as the end of the process.
okay?
Any further
Is this going to be
information, I
before
would
or
need the
after we
DM
go
to let me
talk
know.
to the person that you wanted to talk to?
This would be after,
Okay, yeah. I
because this
mean,
does not occur until later tonight.
I'm all for it.
Do we need to dress nice?
You do not.
Okay. I brought my fancy clothes just in case.
You are welcome to if you wish to, but you will most likely stand out quite a bit.
So you
Okay. I just wasn't sure. We said it's a ceremony.
I'm
They're going with pride.
I'm currently in my nice clothes, which is my bouncer clothes.
so um and the lady leans down to you, Albo, and says, "We can provide silks for all of them, so that way they don't seem so adventurous."
That would be greatly appreciated. And the ones that wish to wear it can wear it. Because I'm not.
Can we make a
100%
request?
Sure.
I would say go for it.
Outstanding. I'd like a nice, very low cut V golden silk blouse. Kind of like a Sinbad style, but gold silk goes beautiful with my hair color. And I'd like some black silk breeches with some supple black leather boots.
Very well. Sheen over there will assist you once you're done eating.
Oh, I'm done. I've already had my fill. I'd pick up a napkin. I'm all yours, Shane.
So she takes you over and she's like, okay, she starts measuring you, and she taps you underneath the elbows to raise your arms. She's measuring you, chest, belly, this and that. She gets each arm, she gets the full length. She goes, "Would you like slack, or would you like it to come somewhat taut?"
Oh no, need it loose. Got to be able to move.
So she measures out, and she's doing all this stuff, and she's okay. Give me a couple hours, and we'll bring it to your room.
And I would say on the inside belt hem, the waist. My God, I can't remember what it's called right now. The
Cummerbund.
top of your jeans. No, the top of your jeans is called oh God, where the belt loops and all that crap are. Uh. Anyway, the inside part of that, I would like 2 pockets. I go ahead and flip out my brass knuckles. I need them big enough to hold this.
Okay. Sure.
No.
Wow. Okay.
Waistband.
I go ahead. Thank you. Man, when you have a brain fart and you can't remember simple words, waistband. On the inside of the back waistband, 2 pockets on each side that'll hold a set of brass knuckles on each side. And I go ahead and if you can make that to where it's not easy to find for people, I give her a silver. There'll be a gold in it if you can do that right.
Yes, sir. I will start right now. So she goes and she heads off and take care of that. So what is everybody else doing?
Albo is already working on changing into his own ceremonial silks.
I'm just worried about.
One of the servants in the area notices your holy symbol, Lamano, and says, "First time to Fresal, sir."
That it is. You have any advice for somebody who's not used to this place?
Well, I see that you have a holy symbol, and I have you not been here. On the next tier up, there is a temple that we all utilize. Um, this temple is not devoted to any one god, so there is several shrines, basically small shrines, obelisk, um, small statues of certain gods, and it's a place where people of religion can go and commune with their gods more closely.
I appreciate the information. Well, thank you, sir. Um, have do you have a faith that you follow?
Um, we serve the king, so therefore we pay homage to the moons. The moons are our influence. The moons are our everything.
Knocking it is. I see.
You
Very well. Thank you.
I mean,
Appreciate that.
you get that sense that it's not slavery, but it is slavery type of environment. But
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
indentured.
they do get paid, but
Yeah, indentured servitude. It sucks.
so, so time goes by.
Um,
A couple hours go by, and everybody's been brought certain
we,
clothing.
we gotta go talk to that guy, the pit fighter. Like we should do that before we get dressed all nice. We never know what's gonna happen when you're hanging out with a pit fighter. You might want to fight in a pit.
Yeah.
Kidding. Probably not gonna fight us.
So you guys want to go over to that inn, that tavern first?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna be a
I'm
couple
going
hours
there.
before Barrick's clothing's made.
All right. So you guys go head over there to the Roaring Cup. As you guys come out of the oasis and you make a right hand turn, and you basically follow it down, passing several other shops and stuff like that, uh, s- little areas for spices and fruits and vegetables, and there's silks being sold. And as you go down and make a right around the corner of this street, about halfway down, you see the Roaring Cup.
All right. If we pass an armorer or somebody who like work a metal worker while walking, I'm actually gonna stop for a second and tell you guys that I'll meet you there. I just need to get something done. Um, is there a member or somebody who is a metal worker amongst these shops?
Yeah, you do come across a weaponsmith that has a small forge. You can smell the sundering inside of the forge, and a
Again, all right.
smokestack that
So
comes out the front.
I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna put my I'll introduce myself. Saying I am Mamino de Dios. Um, I wish to have something added to my shield. There's I carry a trident. What I'd like is a hook or just a circular addition to the back of my shield so that I can slide my trident into this thing and not have to occupy my hands. Um, just for ease of carrying. What would you like for such a task? Should be much more than a small golden or small iron ringlet. But what do you feel?
Now, what are you wanting this to catch at a certain point?
I don't
I mean, it's a trident. I
uh,
mean, it's long. So, are you wanting this to
right?
catch?
Less than a,
Are you wanting
less
this
than
to
a
catch?
person's body. Tridents don't have reach or anything. They're actually only about 6 feet tall, 6 feet, so they're shorter than I am. And I'm not trying to make it add any distance or anything like that. It simply means that I can carry one thing, can have like the shield on my back, and have the trident poking out. Basically, no mechanical advantage is expected.
Well, he says, yeah, I could. You want it to be iron, or you want it leather?
I just find iron and leather actually, it's ideal to. No, I mean just iron, and if it's possible that it can only be like a hook that goes like 3/4 of a loop, so that it could be pulled out a little bit more easily instead of having to pull the entire thing up to the top. That'd be at best. But yeah, do what you can do. I leave him the shield and the trident, and I say, do you think 2 gold should suffice for this?
Sure.
Would you? Yeah, all right. I leave him 2 gold. Say, I'm going to be handling things at the inn, and do you think you will be ready by tonight?
I'm pretty sure I could whip it up. I've been
Thank
working
you.
on swords, but I can always come back to swords.
Appreciate your time. You are a good servant in your community. And then I look it over to the inn where the guys are, the tavern. So you guys see me come in without trident or shield anymore.
All right, so you guys make it over. After a while, you guys get your outfits are being made and this and that. You guys go over to the tavern, and what do?
Um, Albo will approach the whatever bar the tavern may have. I'm going to assume that because it's a tavern, it does have a bar, uh, and speak to the barkeep. I hear the champion is potentially going to be fighting tonight. I was wondering if there was a chance that I might be able to have a word with him, either before or after his fight.
Oh, he's over there in the corner.
Oh, perfect. Now here's hoping he doesn't try to lob my head off again.
Again?
He may or may not have mistaken me for a werebird of some sort because my wings were out.
So
Okay.
you guys make your way over there. He's sitting in the corner. He's got no shirt on. He's got like these leather bracers that have no design to them, but they're more of a like to restrain the wrist, to brace the wrist and stuff like that. A large individual Goliath, many scars all over him. You can tell from there's some that's on his chest, and you see like actual puncture wounds where someone's actually stabbed him. But he's sitting there in the corner and kind of like resting. He kind of got his eyes closed, and he kind of opens his eyes when he hears you guys approach. And what do you want, Abel?
I potentially need some information about the local lycanthropes.
Yeah, if it was up to me, they'd all be dead.
Well, I hear there's potential ongoings. Hold on a moment. I'm trying to find what. I hate when my character sheet does that. I need to see. There we go. Okay. I hear there's some potential tension between them and the Moon Wardens recently. I was wondering if potentially you had heard something that the Moon Wardens might not necessarily know about, but that the lycanthropes won't say either.
They don't tell me much, but neither side wants to talk to me very much. But I've made a good penny here. I don't know. What do you think is worth anyone's time? Because everybody needs to survive. Everybody needs to make their way. I've just done mine with my fist. Hey, Jarek,
I mean,
what's the pot up to now? Um, the pot for defeating you is up to 511 gold.
It was awesome.
if what you were asking is for us to finally have that spar we've been talking about,
I'll tell you
I'm
what.
not opposed.
I'll tell you what. Won't that young man step in the ring with me? And if he beats me, we split the pot, and I tell you what you want to know.
Which one? They're all younger than me.
The dwarf.
Oh. He's not a dwarf, respectfully. He is definitely of the shorter folk, but he is not himself a dwarf. If he wishes to contend with you, I would not be opposed to it, but that is entirely up to him.
I would like to go ahead and do an insight. I'm going to try and get an idea of his physical capability compared to myself.
What'd you get?
I got a 7.
Would I be able to potentially roll a history to be able to tell whether, based on past fights, that Varric has a chance or not?
Because I sure can't use a history. I don't know the guy at all.
Let's see. Let's bring this up.
He said you would split the pot if he beats you. I think he's actually intending on throwing
No,
the
he
fight.
said that if I beat him, I split the pot with him, and he'll tell
You don't.
us.
Oh, I see. That's fair.
But if he beats us, it's just still money in his pot, and we don't learn anything.
Well, I guess you better win.
Oh,
He
trust
hasn't
me.
agreed to the fight yet.
If this furball wants to sit here and believe I'm a dwarf,
I love how Albel politely corrects him after having been given a thorough lecture before himself. It's like, let's stop calling him a dwarf, please.
well, I think Ducky caught it because he giggled.
Called him a fur
Fair.
ball.
Calling Goliath a furbolg.
Oh,
Still technically a giant, but
Yeah, I'm sure.
I had admittedly forgotten that he was a Goliath. Oh, Albel speaks giant too. That's useful. He now speaks orc and giant.
You see him roll his shoulders back and He stands up, looks down at you, Varric. I need a good stretch.
That was not what I meant to do. I was trying to click on.
Looks like you can handle yourself. Let's see what you got.
And just so I'm clear on this, if we win, or I should say, if I win, we get what?
You get half the pot that he has collected to have me beat. And I tell you where to find a certain someone.
And
How are you
if
supposed to?
you beat me,
If I beat you, then the pot stays at 511 gold. And I don't tell you anything.
and what are the rules?
Knuckles. No
Knuckles
weapon-
only.
No weapons.
No weapons. Just no weapons. Okay.
What about your paperweight?
Nah. And we can always do this between a rock and a hard place.
I believe in Varric. I wouldn't have agreed to this otherwise.
Alright, let's see if I can pull up a.
I'm gonna tap guidance on Albel's history check that she was gonna make.
I honestly didn't mean to press it. I was trying to look at history itself, not
Oh,
roll a dice for history, because I
Oh, you already
wasn't given
rolled it.
permission. I wasn't given permission from the DM whether I could roll it or not. I was trying to look at it and I pressed the wrong button.
Oh,
I forgot you have to click directly on the word rather than the number that's next to it.
Alright, so you guys.
Because I'm used to the old sheet where you had to click on the number in order to pull it up, and then you would press on the dice because it used to be a little dice icon next to it when it pulled up.
Out of curiosity, can I tell what kind of Goliath he is?
He is actually a desert nomad Goliath from his darkened skin. Do, do, do.
Do I know anything about desert nomad Goliaths?
They are a very hardy bunch, and go ahead and give me a history or knowledge check. What the
we'll do the guidance.
Since I live in the area, would I also potentially...
11.
Albel, you know that he's a desert Goliath. They are a very desert hardy clan.
I would relay to Varric what I know about the Desert Goliaths, just so that he is aware in advance before he starts his brawl.
All right, kid. Now, you might be older than me. Go ahead. I'll give you the courtesy of first swing.
Oh, you guys are fighting here.
Oh, he steps down into the ring. He gets up, stretches, walks down into the ring.
Okay. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just do a swing. That's going to be a miss at a 10, I'm pretty sure.
Let's go ahead and run this encounter. All right, so let's go ahead and roll initiative. Let's get that out of the way.
Oh. Okay.
Let me auto roll for him.
Is this going to be like in the VTT? Or are we just doing this
I'm trying, so
a la character sheet? Oh, I see. I see Rogar Sunbreaker. I see him in all his viciousness.
After Elbow relays what he felt Varric needed to know, goes and takes a seat. Crosses his arms and his legs so that there's no potential miscommunication that he's going to try and interfere with this fight, and he just watches.
all right, so I figured out how to do it over here now. So
Hey, look at that. Mm-hmm.
all right, so
So I need to roll initiative.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get you.
Does it pop up in the VTT or do I need to do it back at my other thing here?
I don't know.
Token point, rules, overlays, draw, pan, select. Game log, roll dice.
I think it gave you initiative of 12.
Well, that I thought was the hit because you had said go ahead and swing, and then you said afterwards, okay, do initiative. So if it's going to say my initiative is 12, okay.
Oh,
I mean, that's way more bonus to initiative than I normally would have. Mm-hmm.
And roll 16. So basic punch down. So 16 plus 6 is 22 to hit.
Is this initiative or to hit?
To hit.
Oh, yeah, he hit.
1d8. So 4 plus 4. So it's 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so he must be a pugilist as well, or a monk of some sort. Okay, so I take it it's my turn now. It hasn't moved in the.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. That's on me.
I guess I don't need this one over here anymore.
Need which one over where? Any what?
I don't need to have the encounter box open if I got the map one.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I go ahead and take an action and swing again. Crit.
Jeez.
Okay, so that's going to be a total of 14 damage, and then I'm going to take 1 moxie point. Expend that. Let me go over here. Gotta make sure I mark it off. Moxie, moxie, moxie. Bam. I use 1 moxie point, and I'm going to do my 1-2 punch where I take 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. So the first unarmed strike is another crit.
There you go.
For 17. The second one is a 12. Does that hit?
No.
Okay. So I came in, whack, hit him strong right inside the kidney shot. As his body bends a little bit, I go ahead and reach up and catch him right under the armpit where he kind of leaned up with. Hit him up there. I mean, since he's so tall, that's like my upper limit when I'm punching at him. And then I whiffed on the other one. And it is now his turn.
Yeah. Cheering from the side.
Elbows just.
Is he looking bloodied or anything?
No.
Not even phase, huh?
Nope.
31 points. He's a toughin'. That's a miss.
I believe in you, Varric.
I mean, unless he's got like a plus something or other.
6. So
Is there a large
16 to hit.
16 does hit.
1d8 plus 4. So 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, hold on here. 10 points. Hit damage. I am now officially bloodied. And so, as a reaction, I am going to do bloodied but unbowed. And if I'm bloodied, what it does is it returns all my moxie points. Well, that happens anyway. But at the same time, if I'm bloodied, I regain 10 pimp points. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. That was the other moxie point. Well, I shouldn't say an moxie point. I regained all my moxie points. So I have to go back here, scroll down, give that moxie point back to myself, and give myself 8 temporary hit points. Okay. So that was my reaction after his attack. It's on me. Whew. This guy's going to be tough. I go ahead and go for my low shot again. I'm going to go ahead and try and catch the guy in the kneecap. It worked so well when I did it against that piratey thug. So I go ahead and swing down there. Oh my God. A fucking crit again.
Dice like you tonight.
The dice love me
Let's
tonight.
go, Varric. Yeah, hit him again.
All right, so that is 14. Bam! Hitting him left side, left hook on the inside of his left knee. As he crumples down to a knee, I'm assuming, I go ahead and take a bonus action. I expend a moxie point. Sorry, I'll go ahead and do that. I'll spend a moxie point to go ahead and take 2 unarmed strikes again. Okay. And I swing the first one. That's going to be a 21, 30, 21. That's going to be a right coming across and getting to the body. And that's going to end up being just a 4 hit points. Actually, hold on. Let me check my feats. Do I have any kind of crazy thing that helps me with my feats on that? Species. No, I didn't take that, did I? No, I did not. Okay. And so with that hit, and then on the final one, I'm going for an uppercut again, trying to catch him. Ah, so close. That was a miss. It was like right on a 12. Yeah, I thought I was going to hit 20 again. I was like, holy man, I was begging for it. What do you mean give me a break? I'm going against somebody that's like dramatically whooping my ass. I'm like about out. That is a hit. Okay, so that gets rid of all the temporary hit points. And 1 of these hit points. Okay.
No, you don't.
Oh, with that beautiful thing, it's like I go ahead and like
I'm not
dodge right out of the way when he punches down, and he's like fully extended down next to me. I was like, Nighty night, bitch. Boom! I go for a headbutt. Oh, perfect timing. And that gets him for 6. Bam! I only got 1 moxie point left. What do I got that I can do with it real quick? Ooh, I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna do brace up. I'm gonna use my bonus action and expend my last moxie point. I get to roll my fisticuffs dice and gain a number of hit points equal to that, and they vanish after 10 minutes, equal to the number rolled plus 5. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll my fisticuff dice, which, if I remember correctly, is a D8. Sorry,
Crowd,
fisticuffs.
you hear
Yeah, it's a
Jam.
D8.
Yeah,
So
Varric,
D8
just
plus
using your
5.
head.
D8. Roll. Motherfucker! So I only get 6 temporary points. 6 temporary hit points, and that was my last moxie point. Oh, damn it. So I'll add 6 more temporary hit points back up here. And that was my bonus action, so I got no other things I can do. I'm ready. I'm like, okay. Let's keep going, big man. Oh, yeah, 18 hits. So he's grappling? He didn't need to roll then. So what is that from? Or I mean, what's the flavor text? What does it say? Okay. Is this a 2014 or a 2024? Yeah, because they changed the grappling rules from 2014 to 2024. Well, he hit with the punch. Ooh! 11. So that takes all of this. And then that now puts me down to just right there's 5, 11, so that means 6, 5 left. Okay, and then grapple. I remember this. It's right down here. Grapple. Me as a target, I have to succeed on a dexterity or strength check. My DC is 8 plus his proficiency plus his strength bonus. So what's my DC? Okay, so I'm going to use my strength. I got a plus 3, so I need to get at least a 13 to resist his grapple. Oh, you mother! He got me grappled. The damage you do at the beginning of your next turn. And so now, if I try to attack him, I'm attacking him at normal. If I tried to attack anyone else, I'd be at disadvantage.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead, since he's got me grappled, I'm going to go ahead and try and, with my attack action, well, no, because if I want to try and escape his grapple, that's going to be an action, isn't it?
Don't escape, just hit him.
Does he even look bloodied yet? He's bloodied. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and try and hit him then. I'm going to go ahead and try and headbutt him again. Use that big old noggin of mine. And that will be a miss, my ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
Can you do the offhand attack like your other fist?
Well, I can use
or
my
something?
bonus action to do an unarmed strike. I got no more moxie points, so I can't do 2 attacks, but I can do. I'll try and do another headbutt. Dirty 20 for 9 points of damage. Does that get him to release? With him releasing, I roll back 5 feet to give some separation to us. Oh, god damn it. Oh, you are a tough motherfucker. It's his turn. That was my action. That's all she wrote. I mean, with a +6, he's got a +6. So I mean, I only got 5. So how's he
might
want to
roll
do
one.
it? How's he want to do it? I'm like, yeah. Even if you roll a 1 +6, it's going to be a 7. So see, that's 11.
Well, 6 is with his proficiency modifier. Like, you'd be +4 probably for the strength. But still,
I mean, as far as I understand, this is a knockout competition. It's not a to the death, so it's not like I expect him to kill me. Birds. Varric just goes down, slides about 6 inches.
I heard my name.
I'll rush in to try and heal him out. I'll like pat slap him on the cheek. Okay, buddy, you alright? You okay? You're gonna be fine. How many fingers am I holding up? And I constantly shift the number. Like 3, 2, 4, 5. How many fingers?
Do you heal me yet? Until I see some
Yeah.
dice rolls, I can't respond. I'm out.
You get me plus my charisma, use my divine inspiration. Not divine inspiration, the divine thing. 7 plus 4. You get 11 hit points.
All right. Well, I thank you for the information. From the sounds of it, you had one hell of a good spar. Well, it was definitely good to know. And at some point, you and I have to try and tango. Not tonight. I'm obviously going to let you rest. Uh, but I definitely do look forward to it. And thank you for the good show. And Alba will hold out his hand. Albal will hold out his hand as a fist shake. He takes it and pulls him to him, gives him a little pat on the shoulder. So basically a hugging handshake, almost bumping chests as he does so, which he's accustomed to on the ship. So he thinks nothing of doing it to a fighter in the fighting ring. And then he goes and checks in Varric. Do I have
A lot of
any
dried
healing?
blood on his face, scars and cuts, swelling's going down, but yeah, his left eye's a little bit messed up. Oh,
I cast Healing Hands for
oh,
4 extra hit points.
oh. Thank you, guys. I am now back to exactly bloodied.
I get a damn cloth and I start cleaning some blood off from your face. Like you don't want it to dry on there. It's actually kind of awful when it dries on there. You try and smile later and your face cracks. Not fun.
I know, and
And
I just got done getting cleaned up.
and
Oh,
Albal gives Varric a pat on the back and says, "Well, you might not have gotten the money, but you did get us the information."
6 in one hand, half a dozen in my face.
Dan's
He
gonna
did
pat you
seem
on
to
the
hit
back.
you about the but you fought pretty good for a dwarf.
Is there a chair nearby? I swing the chair at him.
I step closer to you while you swing the chair.
Albal just watches, having that moment of,
And that's going to be 10 damage to Lamano. I break the chair over you, and I'm looking at you. I do that because you fucking know better.
I look at you and I say, "Oh, but yeah, seems like you can't take a joke in a time like this. It's unfortunate. I think you should get like a little bit of
I
freedom
go
from
to get an
persecution
ale.
when you kill the guy."
Cam's gonna Cam's gonna sit next to you and go, "You did great." And as I say great, cast a healing word. Do.
Man, y'all are just pumping me.
Get you 9 more hit points back and goes, "Man, you should have seen yourself. You're just out there dodging, weaving, knocking him down. It's just he's hit you a little bit faster, but it was amazing. You're getting a lot better out there."
just imagine if we'd have
Damn,
had a bard to give you bardic inspiration.
I know I'm good. I'm just not that good yet.
But you're getting better.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta teach me how you move like that. It's really cool.
Well, it helps when you're not wearing all that crap. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
I
I don't
know
like
it
getting
may
hit.
help you, but if you build up your muscles enough, they can stop a sword. You'll bleed, but they will stop a sword.
I don't like bleeding though.
Bleeding's a part of life. Your mama bled when you got burned. Are you
I know
trying to
she doesn't
say
let
that
me
your
forget.
mom's so much tougher than you, Jam? I know you're at
You've
least
met
as tough as your mom. You came from her.
you've met my mom. You know she's tougher.
Have you never been bloodied? Hurt?
No, I mean it's easy to talk your way out of situations versus fighting them.
Jam, there's one
Yes,
guaranteed fact in life. Everyone needs their ass kicked at least once.
Yeah, that's true.
It's gotta happen.
Agree. It'll
well,
eventually happen.
I hope not.
Once you do that, you know what you're made of. Either you will fold under it or you'll rise with it. But
Elbow
until
claps
you
Jam.
actually get your ass kicked, you're not gonna know.
Elbow claps Jam on the shoulder. Hopefully, when it happens, at least one of us will be nearby to heal you. I know you have the ability to heal, but it makes a difference when a friend is the one to heal you after a good fight.
Well, you got your information. We can keep going, but I ain't gonna be as useful today for the rest of the day.
I'm assuming that chair was non-lethal. Like you weren't trying to kill me.
No, it was bludgeoning. I wasn't trying to kill you, but I was definitely
Huh?
trying to smash the chair over you. Because you
Hey,
know
if
me.
it
We have
was
been
lethal,
together for at least 14 years. You know
I
not to
know. I
call
just
me
thought
a
you
dwarf. I'd
stab
never
this in your.
joke about being called a dwarf.
Oh, I
Ever.
thought it was. I thought it was a very appropriate time. I think you. I mean, for somebody who just got punched so much, you got pretty thin skin.
Punches don't hurt as much as being called that.
Albel confiscates it before it can be used as a weapon. No more
You got your
destroying any more
information.
chips.
What are we doing now?
Well, we've only
Gotten my
gotten one
ass
side of the
kicked.
information. We still need to talk to the Thieves Guild and find out their side of this.
Okay, hold on here. If we could
Because
just sit here for about an hour, I think I should be ready.
Okay. During that time, Albel will go over the information that he knows about the Thieves Guild and I already forgot what it was. Red Tooth?
Red Tooth.
Hey, I remembered it. Having spent his whole life here, he'll at least know a little bit about the Thieves Guild, and he relays what he knows to the rest of the party, as well as what little he might know about Red Tooth or what he knows about Red Tooth's companions, the ones that do Red Tooth's bidding for the most part.
Okay,
Which makes sense.
just for the DM, so you know, I checked in my Moxie points. I can refresh them after a short rest. So I got my 2 Moxie points back, and also since I did take the short rest, I'm going to take the chance to roll one of my hit die. My hit die, they should be a D10. I'm going to roll one of my hit die to regenerate some of my hit points. Where? I know there's a thing that I can just. Isn't there like a rolling?
When you click on short rest.
Oh, yeah, it'll. Okay, thank you. I knew there was a button for it. Automatically apply healing with dice result. Pugilist hit. I'm going to use one of those. Yeah. Bam. Short rest. Yeah. You have completed a short rest. Relevant abilities. Yeah, I did that. Whoa. It totally messed up my hit points now. Okay, 1 second. Manage. There we go.
Special guest, a werecat.
So Abo. So he. So Abo, Red Tooth turns into a fox person, but
Yes.
most of his guys turn into rat people.
For lack of better wording, yes.
Oh. Weird.
That's my
I've
Dritz and
seen my
Guinevere.
cat.
Oh, did it even? I didn't even pay attention to that. It was blurred, probably.
Yeah, it
I was
was.
just, I was doing my little remote. Like I said, I spent the whole money for the setup, the mic, all that crap.
The one time that my camera is on to show my cat, but not me.
That's the second time your camera's been on, and you did show yourself for half a second.
I am still upset at myself for doing that. I forgot my camera was on almost as soon as I turned it on.
So we rested. Yeah, the short rest. So I got my stuff back by chance. Any spellcasters? Do you guys have anything that recharges from a short rest?
Nah, I'm a long rest guy.
Your long rest guys? Okay. Well, I am actually good to go. I can help you guys fully again.
I get a divine action back, so the heal that I gave you comes back to me.
I
Will
do
be
not
very
have
useful.
anything that restores during a short rest, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, I guess the question then for Ducky, where are we at time wise for we enough to continue where we're going? Yeah, but nightfall can come like that, depending on how soon we get done with our clothes thing, which can just be, hey, we picked up our clothes.
The question is, do we want to risk being late for the ceremony to question Red Tooth and his rat folk, or do we want to go get into our ceremonial clothes and go to the ceremony first and question the rat folk and Red Tooth in the morning?
Well, that would be mainly on you then, Alvo, because the
What's more important
ceremony
to
is
you?
something that you stated you always make sure that you go to, and we would be your guests. So if you want to ensure that you do that tonight and the Rat King thief guy, whatever, the next day, cool.
That
I
would
would
be
say
my
if he is a
preference.
lycanthropy and a were rat, I'm assuming that these shape shifting were creatures are more problematic when the moon is out. So if
Yes,
seeing
which
them
is one of the reasons
tomorrow
why
during the day, I'm good with that.
I was thinking we could try tomorrow in the morning rather than this late in the afternoon where we run the risk of potentially ending up still in their guild building when the night hits. I would rather go to the ceremony than to risk us potentially being put in danger, especially considering the fight that you just had. We'd be a man down.
Oh no, I'm right as rain. You let me rest for an hour, I'm good. But we're here for
Do
you.
we know for sure that the lycanthropes are all triggered by an exposed moon, or is there any group of lycanthropes which has like a different trigger, maybe a different phase of the moon or some other trigger to for them turning? Do we know about foxes and rat if they're all filled moon? But is it all at the moon? Is it all with the phase of the moon, or just with exposure to the moon? That's the only trigger. Yeah. Okay.
Which is where Albo's concern is if he is understanding the information correctly, all of the rats are not experienced. So there is a risk of, if the ceremony is happening tonight specifically because of the phase of the moon to trigger the beginning of the ceremony, there is a high risk of any of these were-rats potentially turning and attacking us without realizing what they are doing.
Yeah. Let's avoid that. All right. Well, while we're walking back, I'm gonna stop at that armorer, pick up my shield and trident, take a look at his work. How'd it go? Sure. That's wonderful. All right. Thanks for your service. Was the 2 gold should be enough? Yes. Very good. All right. I examine the craftsmanship so that I make sure that it doesn't look like it's crap before I compliment it. Does it look good or acceptable? I mean. Okay. 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 All right. Well, it looks like it'll certainly function. Um, have a good rest of your day, and then I join the rest of them back, and I get our silk clothing and such.
Let's look at Albo. Do you know who that was?
Does Alvo know who that was? Unfortunately, this is someone that is new to me. I'm not sure who they are.
He seems to
I
think
can
he's
certainly
important.
find out, though.
Do we have time? I don't want to make you late to that ceremony.
It's still mid-afternoon, at least as far as I'm aware. Has time moved forward faster than I registered, or is it still closer to mid-afternoon?
Hmm. Nice. Very nice. I had actually put the whatchamacallit. Hold on, let me finish this. Put that in the backpack there. I had actually finished it. I call it my Fresal Silk Oasis Fine Clothes. Golden billowy silk blouse, loose black linen breeches, black supple leather boots with the hidden pockets. Nice. Works for me. Yay,
So
yay.
would I potentially have to roll something? And if so, what would I roll to potentially try and find out who this person is? Because I am now very curious who there is that is here that I do not yet know. Uh, well, Albo, since he's already in his silk robes and ready for the ceremony, is going to approach this gentleman and offer out a hand in greeting and say, I'm Albo. I'm one of the locals. If I may offer my assistance for anything at a later time, I am always available for a variety of different things. It's definitely nice to meet you as well. Uh, if in the future you require my assistance, whether it be with the lycanthropes or with the uh, other patrons. Yes, of course, I understand. Good day to you as well. Hopefully you treat them as well as you are paying them. And wanders off. Elbow is very nosy. Oh, Elbow does not care. He'll still be nosy as all hell. He will still try and figure out a way to get the information that he is looking for. If he wasn't able to get it from the gentleman himself, he probably would have found one of the other ladies that had been in the gentleman's care and persuaded the information out of her.
Jam is getting changed into what he calls his fancy clothes. He's still in his chainmail, but he's no longer wearing his white tunic. He puts on this light brown dirt color robe that comes up 3/4, just at the base of his gauntlets. He puts on a dark green shawl that buttons in the front and has a symbol of a bundle of wheat with a gold chain around it, which is the same symbol as his holy symbol. These are his vestiges clothes. And that's what he, after about 45 minutes, what he walks out back to the group in. The group has seen this, but only scarcely for special events. And he does still have his great axe, but it's tucked underneath his shawl in the back.
Yeah, I'm just I'll wear the silk clothing. I'll just carry the shield with the trident over my back as a potential protective measure if something happens tonight. But otherwise, I'll try and be dressed nicely for everybody. I don't go into any degree of ornate. I've got a holy symbol on my shield. Otherwise, I just put on the clothes. I'm in no frills. No, nothing needs to be particularly nice or special. As I'm probably done way before everybody else, and so I'm like sitting there down in the lobby area, like putting back ales. Just like you guys take a long time to get dressed. Chug.
He's probably watching Albo randomly chat with and potentially flirt with various different patrons that are wandering about, just trying to get any information that he can about anything and everything.
I get the impression that most of your interactions can be confused with flirting.
Not on purpose.
Sure. We're gonna imagine that really matters. I think that to them, it means flirting, and I'm glad you can use that to your advantage sometimes.
Yeah, I can guarantee you there's been more than one occasion that Albo has been just being himself and the person took it as flirting. And he's just like, I mean, I'm getting the information I want, but I feel bad now because you think you're getting more out of this than what you're actually getting.
I mean, it's always sad when you think the angel's gonna put out, and she's not interested or he's not interested because he was just being a polite angel guy. I mean, goodness.
He's also admittedly very protective of the people of the city, so he will quite frequently, if he sees new people, for lack of better wording, interrogate them to find out who they are, where they're from, what their business in the city is. It's like he's not a lycanthrope, so he can't challenge for the throne. But there have been a handful of people in the city that have joked about him potentially making a good ruler. And he has taken it as a joke and made it very plainly clear. It's like, you may think I am a good ruler, but I don't think I am.
Well, only those who don't want the crown are fit to wear it. But all the same, I understand you don't want that kind of responsibility. And I'm sure it's more trouble than it's worth, honestly. But hey, the city should be paying you for that kind of stuff. Realistically, you're probably doing the city a good service. See if you can get paid
Sometimes
for it.
they do.
Oh, good.
Sometimes they do. It's one of the reasons why I'm so well known throughout the city, actually, uh, and how I have made a name for myself with quite a few of the local shops. So if you ever need anything, just let me know, and I can attempt to negotiate with them.
Hey, thanks. Well, if these guys take too much longer, I'm gonna go up a level and stop at the Shrine of Talos. Unless they're out soon, I'll give them another 20 minutes.
I don't imagine it's going to take them too much longer. I know that from what I understand of what Varric requested, it shouldn't be too difficult to get into. So we should be seeing them shortly.
It's mostly, I don't say this, but it's probably something you've known. It's mostly bluster. He'll stay and wait for his friends if it's something like that. Not just gonna go off when there's actually something they need to do. He appreciates responsibility and ceremony. He just
Which
likes
is
to
fair,
stay. Yeah.
which it's why Albo is just like, oh, they shouldn't be too much longer. It's basically bantering back and forth with him.
Indeed, indeed. But yeah, I put back a few beers. I'm gonna, well, you know what? Let some randomness have a play in this. How many drinks do I put back in that time? Oh, I don't have my dice thing open. Whatever. I put back like 4 beers, 4 ale during the time that I'm waiting. I don't think I'm sloshed or nothing, but
I would have came down as soon as I got done changing. I've
I
just
know.
been waiting for you guys. We were waiting for you guys were going through your dialogue.
Alrighty.
Sorry.
Cam would have took a
No,
little
it wasn't a
longer.
complaint.
Ow!
He would
Not you. I was
wanted to
talking to
make
my cat. I
wanted to
accidentally
make sure
dropped
he
her on the
looked good,
floor.
so he took a little longer. So Jam's probably the last one to come down. Right here. I'm sorry it took so long, Bill. I just wanted to make sure, this is a ceremony. I want to make sure I look the best for it.
Don't worry, Jan. You look pretty as a prom date.
Never been to prom.
I never been to a prom either.
I was waiting for what's a prom?
It's just a problem without a loss.
Those little shrimp looking things, right?
Yeah, that's a prom. That's right.
Alrighty.
So Albo
Religious
takes the
school
lead to
for graduations.
Alright. So you guys.
so Albo would take the lead them to their destination.
Alright. So the time goes pretty much uneventful. Even when you guys come down, being dressed and everything like that, you guys are served a full dinner. Um, pretty much everything is like there's certain types of fish out there, lobster, shrimp, um, oysters, like all types of seafood. There's also several other types of meats. There's pork, there's beef, there is some poultry. Other than that, you guys are able to get a full meal in before the evening really sets. So once that happens, it's probably going to be about a 30 to 45-minute climb all the way to the top to where the pride is at. And as you guys leave the oasis and start ascending, now that Abel is a little bit more intrigued and searching for these things, unless anybody else wants to take on a perception, go ahead and give me a perception check. If you guys have kind of been looking out for anything out of the ordinary.
I asked Talos to guide my eyes as in this town of lycanthropes. I can only assume that the evening is gonna be when there's problems. Sorry, one second.
Oops, I didn't mean to click on that.
What's it called? So I can only assume that the evening is when it's most potentially a problem. So I'll set myself with a guidance to help aid my perception check. I am keen to not have a werewolf or were-rat sneak up on me.
Yeah.
Let's do this thing. There we go.
Because you just got done saying I didn't need to roll a perception check. I was trying to look at what my advantage does. Can I
All right,
please see?
perception check got a 25.
Pretty good. So
Rolled an 18.
as you guys ascend, Lamano, you do see a weird looking creature. Don't know what it is, but it almost resembles a raven. But it's surprisingly large for a raven, sitting upon a rooftop a ways away from you, as it seems to be like looking at things passing by.
Korax. Legendary giant talking bird. Korax. I point out that I actually don't point them out directly. I'll poke Jam
There we
and
go.
I'll just nudge Jam with my elbow and say, "Hey, don't look up directly, but to our 10 o'clock, about 30, 40 degrees up. Big bird. Tell me you see the same thing. Try and use peripheral. Don't look directly at it.
Cam's gonna look directly at it.
Damn it.
He's not subtle.
Damn it. I know. We gotta try and teach you these things, and I have to fail before I can succeed.
So as you
yeah,
look,
it looks like
so as you look, you see this raven-looking creature with these large wings. And what's weird is that there's actually fingertips and stuff that come out the ends of these wings, and then it's all like hunched over, and its knees are up in its chest as its feet come down, and it's actually taloned claws gripping the side of the marble.
You say a giant raven. Is it like human size? Giant
It
size?
almost looks like a gnome, but you can, from realizing where you are, it's like, well, I guess they got were ravens.
Yeah, that's what I
yeah, that's a giant bird person up there. I think.
About the size of a
mean,
halfling.
So, minus the accidental perception roll, because I was trying to look at what I can roll advantage on, which is only sounds and smells. Since Elbel is paying close attention and actually focusing on his environment because of his curiosity, would he notice anything?
You would have, like, you heard Lamano point it out, and you saw the were raven as well.
Oh, my passive perception is 15.
Oh,
That
yeah,
would have been useful to know
definitely
earlier.
saw it.
Alba is a little more subtle with his glance. He spots it out of the corner of his peripheral vision and informs Lamano, yes, that is in fact a ravenfolk, a were-raven. Best not to disturb it.
not like a kinku.
They are as intelligent as a kenku, yes. Which is why I say we should not disturb it, because much like kenkus, they are easily to startle.
Oh, you're right. I shouldn't just like shoot at it with the crossbow that I don't have. I'll get right on not doing that. Don't worry. I'll leave everything alone unless it has a reason to be.
Elbow from this point will make active effort to try and step as lightly as possible so as not to make too much noise and unintentionally startle their feathered companion.
Well, I mean, you said it was far away, right? And are we in like the middle of? We're climbing up the stairs in the city. How crowded is this staircase that we're climbing up?
It's kind of busy. I mean, there's people passing back and forth. I mean, they're probably 20 feet wide. Each step is probably like every time you step on a step, it's like there's about 3 feet before the next step. So you step up, you take a step up onto the next one, take a step up on the next one. And it gets to the point where you want to rotate feet to keep your calves and knees from aching too much for using one knee all the time to step up.
Platform stairs. Always a pain.
So
Hey,
you
Albo.
guys,
Yes, Jim.
Are there any ramps, or is it all just stairs like this?
There's a variety of different were creatures. There's
talking about
ravens, there's lions.
Ramps instead of stairs.
Oh, I thought you said ram. Uh, Admittedly, I don't think the city is very accessible when it comes to that sort of stuff.
roll a perception.
Me or Jam?
Both of you. I mean, you might know this, but I don't know.
23 says I should.
All right, so
9.
Abel, you do realize it, and as you look, you do see there are sections up on the marble walls to where there looks like there's something that you could put in there, and it almost looks like, as you can see, it's on either side as well. So you've seen this, and they place these brackets, these wooden stone bracket or wood or stone brackets in here, and then there's a metal railing that you've seen, Abel, that they put along the wall there, and it's easier for them to basically shuttle items up and down the pyramid structure.
While it's not ramp accessible, we do have the option of that. And he will point to the item shuttle and indicate that there is a potential that we can use that. I may or may not have utilized this method before.
It's kind of like a rail system, so it's like they, you put it on the rail and they slide them up and down.
Hey, Elbow.
Try that on
Have
the
you
way
ever
down.
moved one of those carts down, like with your wings open, so you can catch enough draft and like get a good amount of distance with flight?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. It just seems
Says
like
with a grin.
All right,
I
that's my
would
bag of
never.
Yeah.
Jam is visibly sweating at this point. You can only see it on his head because he's wearing a robe on top of chainmail, but his hair is starting to get a little darker red and starting to stick to him.
You know what? I can use Elbow's flight because I keep forgetting that he has it. He could realistically carry Jam up using his hour of flight. Since Jam seems to be struggling.
He's more of complaining than struggling.
That's the same thing in Elbow's eyes. He will still pick Jam up under his arms to ensure that he's not adding extra body heat to Jam's already existing overheat. Spread his wings and take off with Jam towards the top of the stairs. After having pointed out the item railings to the other two, so that if they wish to utilize that method to rapidly ascend, they are capable of doing so.
So, give me a strength check to carry Jam up.
Yep. Give me 2 seconds. I gotta find it. Just a regular strength check?
Yeah, because you're basically just trying to carry him up. Oof.
I guess I am not successful in my efforts.
So you're able to like
Damn,
you're
you got
able
too
to
much
get
peanut butter in the bottom.
you're able to like you're grabbing him, and as you grab him underneath the arms, um, his axe kind of pokes you for a second, and your wings kind of flop, and you kind of like, whoa, that kind of stung a little bit.
Yeah, I'd rather walk than be dropped. It's okay. We could try the rails on the way down. I appreciate the effort, Albel. I'm just not used to stairs. It's boardy is
I'm
flat,
not
and
used
I
to
like
being
that.
by an axe. I'm usually stronger than this.
Well, like when you grabbed him, his axe kind of like smacked you.
It was hidden underneath my shawl, so you didn't see it directly.
You're like,
Oh, well, either way, his response is still going to be the same as that I'm normally stronger than this. I don't know what happened. I apologize. I was attempting to be efficient.
I appreciate it, Albel. I'll keep walking. I just complaining helps.
Well, then I will happily listen to your complaining and offer as much critique as I can.
Should be complaining about depending on that big old bladed axe of yours.
No, we
You
just
got
need.
those big old meat fists of yours. Go ahead and use those.
That hurts.
Oh my God. You with the hurting stuff. Everything hurts in life, my friend. Everything.
It doesn't have to.
Yes, it does.
Pillows don't hurt, and they're nice.
You haven't slept on gnomish pillows, have you?
No,
Oh man, they're made of machines. Very pointy.
In the words of an Ice Cube movie. Are we there yet?
did you say, Lamano? Did you say that out loud?
What? The gnomes thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a joke,
You
but and say it out loud, yeah.
you get smacked with a piece of sandstone right
Okay.
across the face. And
From who?
as you look up, there's about 4 steps up. You see a gnome that's only 1 foot tall flip you off like, "F you."
Is it? That is a joke. All right. I have never slept on a gnomish pillow. I actually think your people are amazing. Nobody
Lamano,
thinks you.
Lamano, Lamano. You have to understand,
Mm-hmm.
not everyone has your sense of humor.
Everybody's
That's
thinks
okay.
it.
It's funny, but that doesn't mean it's funny for everyone else.
Eh,
Like, "F you."
You know what? Since I'm the one suffer the consequences for it. I'm gonna do what I want.
And that is why you are Lamano. As I pat him on his back.
So you guys finally make it to the top tier and are coming up there. And way you see that the palace is, as you guys finally reach the top quarter, you've passed everything else. It almost looks like a crystalline pyramid at the top with crystals everywhere. Now, from what you guys do know, and Albel as well, is that all these crystals, these are like the shiniest of like prism style crystals. And these all came from the Crystal Monastery there within your guys' home region. So there is some very large pieces towards the top that are gigantic, enormous stone at the top to solidify the top of this pyramid as it all comes down, and then it kind of meets, like it's almost like glass, but it comes down and meets the marble, and there's marble columns and structure all around. But then you also see it's almost like a horseshoe of seating where there's seats, and it's almost like a stone bench seats all the way down, comes out in a horseshoe, and in the center is a artistic depiction of a wolf reaching for the moon. Now, around this circle is several other columns, and they're only about 4 feet high. So these columns are all about 4 feet high, and then there's a line that they're all standing around. And then on the insides of these columns are these runic symbols of the moon. So where would you be? Where would you lead your friends to go sit, Abel? On the left or on the right of the king?
Uh, I would most likely sit on the side of his dominant hand.
Okay. So as you guys come up and you veer off to the left side, you see the throne. There's a throne right there. And it doesn't lead back into the structure. This is actually outside in that horseshoe area. But as you lead your friends up onto the left side, how close do you want to kind of get? Because there's people starting to gather already. So
He would get close enough, at least, that he would be able to, once the king ascends his throne, to politely bow and pay his respects as he normally does. He'd still sit 3 or 4 people away, but he's always going to sit on the dominant side, a handful of people away, and bow respectfully because he knows that that is the custom for non-lycanthropes. Or at least that's what he has been told.
alrighty. So as you come in and you all sit down, I haven't started that yet. You guys are playing around. But you guys come in and sit down. There are several of the Royal Guard Pride that come through in their golden-looking armor, suit plates of armor, beautiful. Every one of them is already transformed into a were-lion, as they're like, it's just immaculate on how beautiful like everything about them is. And then several members of the royal family come down and sit on either side of the throne. They take their places, and then the horns blow and everybody rises as the king comes down with his queen, and they come and sit on the throne area. And she sits kind of off to the side, but he sits on the throne, and he is huge. I mean, he is like he makes a Goliath look small as far as how big he is and how broad. I mean, he's almost like a giant himself. But you do see the gray in his mane. You see the grain, like his yellow is starting to tarnish as he wears his ceremonial gowns. And the Royal Pride Guard brings in this human-looking male, and they escort him to the center of this area. And then as they leave, a gray-robed figure, like you saw before, steps forward. He's got this nice little shawl, like thing comes over that's red and gold. And he goes before the columns, and he walks around and he touches each column around this person. Give me a perception check.
Is that a everyone or a particular person?
Everyone.
Okay.
21.
Nat
Ooh,
20.
someone hit a bam, Matt 20, nice one.
Yo,
See, I didn't take all the good rolls.
once the ceremony started, my tone shifted. I wasn't having any degree of a smile anymore. I just paid attention to what other people were doing, and treated this ceremony as though it deserved reverence. And I'm actively trying to learn what they're doing so that I can, I don't know, just learn the ceremony as best I can.
So from as the guards had left and the gray warden, the moon warden had went around and touched each column, the king stands and says, "Your bloodline has been proven pure enough to accept this calling. It is with your first moon is your truest test. Will madness grasp you, or will you control the beast within?" And the sun or the moon finally almost comes up to the perfect peak. And he begins this horrific and uncontrollable transformation as you see his body snap and break and reform, snap and break and reform. His skull breaks and snaps and reforms over and over and over as it expands and grows into a deformity that is just almost it's just horrific in general, until there's nothing left but the were-lion. And as he transforms, the rage takes over and he comes crashing in. Give me number 4. As he looks right at you, Albel, and crashes in, comes crashing towards you, slamming into the imaginary wall. And something is off. As you've noticed that as he slams into it, there is a miscalculation or an error with the wards on this column. As you look,
You can see the flaw.
as you look directly back, your natural 20, you see that the symbol had been changed to that of the cult.
Oh.
And the ward begins to fail as the first crash comes in towards you. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Okie doke.
Dang it.
Coming for you, Abel. Coming for you.
I'm waiting for it.
I'll do the whole step and brace my trident into the ground as he charges. Hopefully make some difference in his attack, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to actually stop him from getting to you. He seems determined.
Admittedly, Albo is most likely going to try to make sure that he is as far in front of the crowd as he possibly can be, to make sure that he is definitively the target and no one else around him, so that way nobody else gets hurt.
In the VTT, he's got a little kind of map, and we're kind of lined up. If anyone's able to help you immediately, it would be Lamano, because he's the closest one to you according to the VTT.
So with that being said, we will go into our next session, session 4, with a were-lion trying to escape his bondage. What will these group of adventurers do? What will the Pride do? And what is next for these young adventurers as we come into you next week? What's our next one?
Across the lands of legends born, from shadow peaks to oceans torn.